Fine. So what we have, going to learn, that is something called active and passive voice in spoken English. And I have already given you a lot of things, like where I have already informed you, active is something and passive is something. This is are the two way of communication, two form of communication, right? So whenever I say, the concept is very clear. Let me just try to remind you, like we can use active voice whenever we want to identify the subject, I mean the person who has done it, right? So whenever I say active voice, that means here we want to identify by the person who has done the work, or doing the work. Okay, so active means, remember, it is completely different. It's audible to everybody, or it is some problems? It's audible to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Audible.
Yes, sir.
So Subhasin ma'am, I believe some issue is with you, because everybody can listen me means you have some problems. Log out, log out. Okay. So let me tell you. Remember, whatever we have discussed so far. Let me tell you that whenever I say that active voice, here I want to identify the person who has done the work or who is doing the work. I want to identify that particular person, right? I can say that my friend has broken the chair. Example, my friend has broken the chair. Here what I am going to do, just check it out. Here I have identified the person. I have already named the person. Okay, my friend. Yeah. But let me tell you in a different way. Suppose I don't want to identify, I don't want to name, I don't want to reveal the name of that person who did the work or who has done the work. So in that particular form of sentence, I can use passive. So the choice belongs to you. The choice is yours, whether you can use active or you can use passive. That depends upon you, right? So I am here to tell you, like, this is the situation you can use. I am not going to tell you where you can use it. I'll give you various situations, right? So remember, it is little bit different from whenever the written communication is concerned, because in written communication always it is followed by. The book was written by Kalidas. By, you will be there. But normally in spoken English, we don't reveal that particular person, right? So whenever I say the purpose of active and passive in spoken English, we are not learning here grammar. Never. We are not learning grammar here, my friends. If you feel that I'm teaching you grammar, no, it's absolutely not. But whenever you are going for a corporate, you are going for anywhere, whenever you want to reveal something, you don't want to reveal something. So that time you can use this. This will come handy for you, right? So that's why whenever I say active means whenever you want to, just remember that this is only fundamentals. You have to identify the person who has done it. That means you can say that my friend has done it, right? And it always starts with a subject, right? So let me give you another example where I want to tell something called passive. This is the things you don't want to reveal the name of the person who has done it. Okay, so you don't want to name the person, name the subject. It's better you can, subject means you have done the work, or you can say you don't know the name of the person, right? So this is the two situation where you don't want to name purposefully, where you can find it out in whenever there is a war or there is a terrorist attack, you can say five terrorists were killed, but nobody is going to tell you who killed them. Either it is Lance Naik, Pravir Kumar, or something like that, police officer. Two culprits were nabbed, but they're not going to reveal the identity of that police officer. You know why? Because there is a chance of any, retaliatory problems, like they are going to kill him. So that's why it is always that you don't want to name the person. It is your choice, or you are ignorant, right? A lot of examples I have given, like I have already, the road has been closed, but who has done it? You have no idea, right? You don't want to know also who has done it. You just check it out. Suppose I'm a boss, Swagatika ma'am is on the way uh, on his scooty, and she started to call me, sir, I'll be late. Why? Sir, the road that is connected to the office has been closed. So who has closed it? I don't know. Barricades are there. I checked here, barricades are there. The road has been closed. So I can give an example here. Let me give one example here. The road has been closed. Here, I don't know the name of the person who has done it. And the second example I can give you like this. I can give you like this. Okay. I can give you like this. Two terrorists were killed. Look at the first one. Here you don't want to name the subject. It is for due to different regions. It is due to different regions. You don't want to reveal the name of the person. The road has been closed. You don't know the name of the subject man who has done it. So what you can understand from these two examples, that here you are purposefully don't want to reveal the name of the person who has done it, or you don't know the person. So whenever this kind of situation comes in your life, then you can use passive. Whenever this kind of situation comes in your life, then you can use passive. Okay, so it's more important, my friends. It is more important. Like whenever I say that a lot of things are there and you want to, tell it up. So let me make you understand once more, because this is the concept. It is always important. This is the concept, and you all have to, know it if you want to use it. It's not about grammar. It's not about grammar. You can say that active and passive voices in spoken English. That's why I have clearly written in spoken English. Remember, you want to identify the person who has done the work or who's doing the work, you can use active. If you don't want to identify the person who did the work or who has done the work or who is doing the work, or you don't know that person, you don't want to reveal the identity for security reason, for some personal issue, or you can say I don't know the person who has done it. So in either case you can use, I have given two examples here. I have given two examples where you can easily find it out, like everything has been there. But let me tell you, my friends, if you really understood the particular thing, then it is easy for you. Like, most of the time, like this is a way of corporate communications. Like if you're working in a corporate, I do have the experience working in corporate, where they always tell this has to be done. Who will do? Nobody knows. This has to be done, has to be done, like that. So that means it's passive. That means the person, suppose is calling me, my GL is calling me and asking TL, team leader Prasanna Kumar, I don't want to know when the work will be done, who will do the work. this has to be done. That means it's a form of passive. That person doesn't want to identify the name of the person who are going to do the work. Ultimately, the focus is more on action. Here, the focus is more on subject. Here, the focus is more on action. So that's the, you know, and remember, whatever the things I have already informed you, whatever the things I have, in fact, I have already given you a lot of things. Like I have given you, let me start with, present tense. Whenever I say present tense, I can say simple present. I can say present progressive. I can say present perfect. Or the last one I can tell you that present perfect progressive. So the all the four structures, whatever the structures I've given you, always starts with a subject. I can say simple present. No, I take mango every day. I take mango, or I am taking a mango right now. I have taken a mango. I have been taking 5 mangoes for 2 hours. Like that, I can see. So it is all about like the structure. So all the structures that I have already taught you, it is in active form. So there is a necessity. There is a, you can say that all you can say it is necessary for us to change the active into passive as per our situation. I already informed you. The situation is that you don't want to name that person. I request everybody please mute it, because even somebody is in the, because some sound is coming. So please mute it. Whenever you want to ask me, I'll give you time. Don't worry. Okay. So something called, whenever you don't want to name the subject, or you don't know the name of that subject, in either way you can use passive. And whatever the structures I have given you, take the example of past tense also or future time, whatever the structures I have given you, always in active, because all the structures in tense and time are always in active form, and we have to convert it from active to passive. We have to convert it to passive. That's all. And I have already informed you, my friends, that in order to convert it, you need something called an object. Okay. If there is no object in the sentence, obviously there's no need of changing it from active to passive. And whenever the sentence contains at least, because there are two objects, one is called primary object, other is called secondary object. So that is something of grammar part, but let me tell you a little bit so that you can easily understand. Here, suppose I say I am eating a mango. Okay. So if I, this part is clear to everybody, can I get a thumbs up mark from everybody, because thumbs up mark is there? Or you can say yes, I got it, because I want to erase it, or you can take a screenshot. Everybody? Fine. Fine. Please raise your hands if possible. Okay, it is there. Everything is technically, yeah, fine. So if you're clear on that, let me give you two examples here. So what I already informed you, my friends, that for active to passive, you need something called an object, and that's the, that's the primary things you want to, because all the structures, whatever the structures I have given you, that is in active form. So you need passive form, so you have to convert it, and there are certain rules and regulations. The first rule, or you can say the first thumb rule, is that what you have to do, you have to identify the object. I've already given you a lot of examples. Okay, so I have already informed you, like object is something, if you take it out, the sentence itself express itself. Okay, let me give you an example. Suppose you say I am eating a mango. Here, suppose take a mango. If I'm going to take it out from the sentence, then what will happen? My sentence will be like this, I am eating. So don't you think it is going to be a sentence? Yeah, of course. I'm eating. It has its own, nomenclature. You can structure like that. This is called present progressive. I'm eating. Whatever I'm eating, something different. But I'm eating, you can say. So you can say a mango is something called an object. So object is something in a sentence which you can also omit. Whenever it is omitted, the sentence has its meaning also, right? So you can say I'm eating a mango. So this is only one object is there. I can say this is primary object. Because why object is important, I already inform you. Because object is very important. Without object, the sentence, because not all the sentence will be converted from active to passive. Do you feel all the sentence? No. There are certain sentences where there is not an object. Look, suppose I say, my father is a teacher. If you remember, I have already informed you, a teacher is a complement, not an object, right? It completes a sentence, right? If I take it out, then my father is, it doesn't have any meaning at all, right? So you can say that this particular, hello, yes, anybody asking anything? Okay. So all I can say, I am eating. Here, my father is a teacher. If I take out a teacher, then the sentence will be, my father is. So my father is doesn't have any meaning at all. If I say my father is, do you find any meaning? No, not at all. So whenever you are not getting any, my father is, it doesn't have a meaning at all. Because you can't express. If you say my father is, I am a boy, a boy. So this is called a compliment. Okay. This is called a compliment. So if the, look, my father is a teacher, it's also a sentence, but the sentence cannot be converted into passive. Why? Because it doesn't have an object. So remember, not all the subject or all the sentences, I'm sorry, all the sentences you are speaking or you are going to speak, you speak every day. Remember, not all contains object. So obviously, active and passive is possible in the sentences where there is an object. But remember, if I'll tell you, my father is a teacher and convert it, you say it's not possible. Why? Because a teacher is a complement, it's not an object. So the primary rule or the primary, the essential part of active to passive is that it should contain an object at last. At least it should contain an object, right? So that's why this is called primary object. Primary object means, or you can say there is single object. This is something you can say this is a single object, or you can say the single object means primary. So let me give you another example here so that you can easily understand. Here, let me tell you, suppose I say the postmaster delivered me a postcard. Here there are two objects. Here is an object and this is an object, right? What is the primary aim of the postman? To deliver anything like a postcard or something like that. So here this is my primary object and this is my secondary object, right? And remember, whenever there is one object, it's okay for you, that is called primary object, and it is easy for you. But whenever there are two objects, postmaster delivered me a postcard. Here the postcard, a postcard is the primary object. And remember, you have to find out the primary object, not the secondary one, right? It's quite interesting, right? So we'll discuss a lot. First, go for the single structure, because basically in spoken English you don't go for the double structure. Primary object and secondary object. Sometimes you say the school has been closed, the meeting had been cancelled, You are not the suppose you can say the meeting has been cancelled, the meeting has been postponed. So you don't know who has done it. From your friend, suppose you have not attended the school teachers meeting yesterday. So you tell them what happens to meeting? Oh, it was cancelled. Yeah, really? It was cancelled. Wow, fortunately I was not there. So that means that person doesn't know also who did the cancellation. So that time, basically, we are looking for only one object. Okay. But whenever the two object, this is a question in basically asked in where you can say in a competitive examination. So we are not looking for that because our entire part is on how to speak English. Remember, the spoken English is more important than written communication here. So what I'm exactly going to tell you that you have to identify an object, right? Once you identify the object, then you have to swap it, right? So you have to swap it. So how you will swap it? The second rule is that, okay, so I have already informed you, but let me tell you a little bit so that you can grasp the concept very easily. The second thing is that what you have to do, you have to swap the object and subject in that particular sentence. What is swap? Swap is something, just check it out my friends. This is something called, this is something called, this is a red marker, and this is called a blue black marker. So I'm swapping it. This is called swapping. This is called swapping, right? If you easily understand, you can easily understand from above examples or from the action that actually they are swapping their position. Swapping means this one is taking this body's position and this one is taking this one's position. So they are swapping. This is called swapping. So what you have to do? We have to swap the position. We have to swap the position. Right now, take an example. If you take an example, it is very clear for you. Okay. So how active to passive happens in simple present? The first one is called simple present. Okay. What is the simple present? You can say, right? You can say that let me give a very small example, then we can extend it to our day-to-day life. I can say I eat a mango every day. Look, this is your you can say habit. Whatever you do every day, it's a habit. I eat a mango every day, right? So what is every day? I have already, this is adverb of frequency. We are not going to touch that. Here, what is the object? I already informed you. I eat, I eat is something called here a mango. Here a mango is something called is my primary object. So forget this one. Once I'll give a lot of examples. You can suppose I eat a mango, right? I eat a mango every day. Every day is there that you can write up. I eat a mango. Here a mango is the object. I already informed you. And this is called subject. So what I have informed you, they have to swap the position. They have to swap it. How they'll swap? This guy will come to this place and this guy will go to this place. They have to swap it. So if they swap will happen, what will happen? Right? A mango come to this one. And remember, this I is is a subject, right? I, you, we, they, he, she, it. These are called object, right? So these are called subject. And the subject cannot be placed in the subject form. It should be in the object form. So what is the third thing is that object I called me, you, we, us. And you can say they, them. This is called he, him, she, her, it, it. So this is called subject and this is called object form of the subject. So here you can say I eat a mango. The first sentence is that you all have to identify where is the object. Here object is a mango. We got it right now. So the second thing is that you have to swap it. So a mango will come to I place and I'll go to this place, a mango place, right? They have to swap it, right? So right now, the third rule is that the subject means I or we, they, he, whatever the subject is there, it cannot stay here as the subject here. It will take its object form. It will take it object form because a mango is an object. So I cannot place directly in that object. It has to take the object form. Okay. What is the object form of I? Me. You, we, us, they, them, he, him, she, her, it. Right now, I have already informed you. Then it will be here as me. Now, I will be placed in place of a mango in the form of me right now. So what is the next one? Next one is that, look, a mango is singular. A mango is singular. So this is something called simple present. So a mango is plus verb ka V3. What is the verb V3 form? Eaten by me. So this is how the structure is in simple present. What is that? You can say this is the object and this is comes because of a mango. If it is mangoes, then it will be R. And eaten is always constant. This is V3 form in passive. All the passive form takes the V3 format. All the passive form, whatever the passive form, whether it is present simple, past simple, present progressive, past progressive, present perfect, past perfect, whatever it may be, the verb form will be V3 form. Go, went, gone, gone. Do, did, done, done. Eat, ate, eaten, like that. So here a mango is eaten by me. But remember, this is called written English. This is called written English. But if you want to really don't want to identify you can say mango is eaten every day. Who is eating the mango? You don't know. So you can take out by me. Right? So normally in spoken English, this is written English. By me, whenever you find by somebody, by him, by her, by him. Look, by her, by you, by us, by them, by him, by her, by it. So that is for a written communication. In spoken English, by him is not used. It was eaten by me. It's not used. It was eaten. Means you don't want to identify. Remember, that's very important. माने मुटे ओडिया रे कहूची आपण written English and spoken English भितर डिफरेंस ता बुझंतु एथरा एटा होची इट्स अ कंप्लीटली ए जो फार्मूला ता देली ए फार्मूला ता होची कंप्लीटली ए written English आपण जेतले written English करंती कोठो ना एक्टिव रु पैसिव को सेही समय आपण बाय लेखंती किंतु हमर बाय ता दरकार नै बाय माने कोन हमें आइडेंटिफाई करूचे इट वाज डन बाय हिम तले हमें कहीं कहबेन ही हैज डन इट कहीं कहबेन he has done it किंतु आमे तो चाहूचे ताकू न जणया पई ता ना जानि नाहंती किबा ता विषय आमे कि जानि नाहंती किबा किए करिछि जानि नाहंती किबा से लोकटा को मु आइडेंटिफाई करिया पई चाहूनी ताले बाय काई लेखि मु सो इट इज ऑलवेज रिमेंबर whenever it is active to passive happens in in spoken English don't use by him by her by Gopal nothing it was done the chair was broken my friend has broken it my friend has broken the chair it was broken the chair has been broken who has done I don't know so basically you are using passive not to identify the person that's very important my friend you don't want to identify since you don't want to identify obviously it is of no use using by me so by me is basically a written format it's more important try to understand जदि आपण मते पचारिबे सर आपण काहे बाय यूज करू नांती बाय ता यूज कर देला माने आइडेंटिफाई मु हेई गली देखंतु ए मैंगो इज इटन बाय मी ऑब्वियसली आई इटन मैंगो और इट इज इटन बाय मी So it is very difficult for us. Excuse me. रामनाथ से टिके आपण म्यूट कर दियन सेटा. Hello, anybody is doing like this? No, I think how it is happening like this. Okay. So what I want to tell you, my friends, it is quite important for everybody. It is quite important that by me is a structure used in written communication. Don't use in spoken English. It is of no use. You can say my friend has done that. Why you are unnecessary writing? It was broken by my friend. No need. The very purpose of passive is how to hide the person, or you don't know the person. ଆପଣ ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ରାଜେଶ ରଞ୍ଜନ ସାର୍ ହଉଛନ୍ତି. yes yes ma'am, you want to ask any question? ଜ୍ୟୋତିର୍ମା, 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 can you hear me? ଜ୍ୟୋତିର୍ମୟୀ ma'am. So what I mean to say, basically whenever you are using by me, तो आपण by me माने कोन ता माने ठला by him. तो एटा हला आपण से लोकटा को आइडेंटिफाई कर दउछंदी. किंतु मोर तो उद्देश्य होची मु आइडेंटिफाई करिबिनी. मु ऑलरेडी आपण कहि देछि. I don't want to identify that person. So what is the need of by me? ए जो by me टा it is found in written communication. मु आपण बारंबार कहू एटा written communication पाइबे, किंतु स्पोकन इंग्लिश रे by me टा नथिबो. This is called all about mango is eaten. Two terrorists were murdered. Two persons are murdered. Two persons were murdered by somebody. No, it's wrong way. Because you know in spoken English, very purpose, ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରଥମରୁ କହି ଦଉଛି, the very purpose of passive is how to not identify the person. ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଭୁଲ କରିଛି ଆଉ ରାଜେଶ ରଞ୍ଜନ ସାହୁ ସାର୍ ମତେ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି ଆଇଡେଣ୍ଟିଫାଇ କରିବା ପାଇଁ. Then he can say somebody has done it, or he can say the what is the action part. Suppose my friend has broken the chair. The chair was broken. Chair was broken. By whom? I don't know. Because you don't want to reveal the identity of that person. So that's very important. आपण by लगेबे नाही. जेतला आपण पैसिव करूछंती, always feel free that don't use by. जदि आपण कहबे सर by टा कोठी लागिति, again मु कहि दउची आपनको, let me be very categorically clear that by me, by you, by them, by him, by her, by it, that is used in written communication. Written communication एटा व्यवहार होची by me. आपण देखिथिबे lot of it was done by him, but in spoken it was done. Was it done? Yes sir, it was done. By whom? I don't know. I don't want to reveal the person who has done it. It was done sir. मोर काम थिला हबा पई तमे कर देइछो. Yes sir, it is done. Fine, I'm happy. So I don't want to reveal the person who has done it. That's more important. So remember, whenever you are trying to speak something by me, by you, means this person is not required in spoken English. That's very clear. It is spoken English dokan. So let me give you another example here. Suppose it is more mangoes thanta. I eat mangoes. I eat mangoes. I can say mangoes. This is plural. This is a mango is singular, so each is there. So mangoes are eaten. Mangoes are eaten like that. Okay. So if you can, and there is something called government declares holiday. Sunday, you know, all the government closes the schools on Sundays, right? So let me give you another example. That's very, you know, you can easily understand. You can easily understand. Suppose it is Sunday today. The government closes the school. So right now it is Sunday today. It is a statement. It is nothing called active or passive. It's a statement. Right now the government closes the school. The school is called object, right? The school is closed on Sunday, or you can say the school is closed. It is Sunday today, the school is closed. So this is called passive, because who has done it, you don't want to, we are not interested who has done it, whether it is the government or the department or the principal secretary or the secretary to the chief minister or the education department, whoever is there, you don't want to mention. Here you can say the school is closed. It is Sunday today, the school is closed. You are telling every day, but you don't know that is a passive one. Upon कहूनांती आज आज तो oh I forgot, today is Saturday, no? Oh, this is I mean weekend Saturday, right? So bank is closed today. Bank is closed. Upon केमती कहले bank is closed बोली. How you are going to tell? It's a passive, because you don't know who has closed it or who has closed it, or this is the government closes the school. Upon जानते समझते. But you don't want to identify the government most of the time. You say the school is closed. Today is second Saturday, or it is second Saturday too. It is second Saturday today. The school is closed. The school is closed. That's it. Why? You don't want to identify the person who has done it. A lot of examples are there. Okay. Suppose आपण कहबे जे प्रतिदिन दुईटा माने मैंगो खिया हो सकाळू जाउछ कोठी आपण घरे बाबा आनुचंती 2 mangoes are eaten every day. You don't know. So that's why you're telling buy somebody else, something like that. So basically our day to day life se आपण कहबे sir day to day life रे where exactly you are going to day, I can say the school is closed. This is a perfect example. The school is closed. It is Sunday today, the school is closed. That is called a perfect example of passive in simple present, because you know that is habitual. Every Sunday the school closes. The school is closed by government, but you don't want to mention. Apan ki mention koruchanti, apan nije kohuntu. You are telling, oh, it is Sunday today, no? The school is closed. Yeah, school is closed. School is closed. School is closed. Man, this is passive. This is called object, and this is one school. There you can say all schools are closed. You can say all schools are closed. So what you can understand means all schools are closed by the government of Odisha, but you are not putting by, you know. So remember, let me tell you once more, my dear friends, it's very important for you. Whenever you want to identify the person who has done it, use active. Simply use active. I have done it. If I don't want to mention, it is done. I have done it. It is done. Right? Don't say that it is done by me. That is in for written communication. In spoken English, it's completely wrong. कहीं की कहूँ देखंतु आमे written communication रे आमे कौन focus करछंती? Focus करछंती all the paraphernalia of a active to passive. जोठे by लागिवो by देखिबे जोठे by लागी नथिवो गोटे मार्क कटि जिवो. That is more about written communication. आपण माने सब एग्जाम सिस्टम देखि आछंती आ टीचर आपण को एटे काहे बाय लागिलानी एटे बाय लागिबार थिला स्ट्रक्चर या पढैथिली मु तमे काहे एटे लेखिलनी. So this is all about the for securing mark. किंतु एठे आपण कोन स्किल हिसाब रे यूज करछंती. You have to use it appropriately as per your understanding, as per the situation. So don't use by. That's one correction. Please make it, because it's not me only telling that you can go anywhere. आपण जेतले देखुतिबे 2 terrorists were killed, 5 persons were murdered. किए करछि कुहाउच by somebody? No. जदि somebody लेखा हो by काई आग somebody टाको आग लिखि देबानी. ता माने मु कहबी I have done this work is done by me. तो जे मु तो दीटा को जगह रे आइडेंटिटी हे गेली. By me माने मु निजे, I have done it माने मु करछि. So what is the need of using passive and active? आपण निजे कोन जदि passive and active रो मतलब सेया. Suppose I can say, look, let me give you an example. A example रे आपण बुझी जिवे why I am not allowing to do by. Let me give you an example here. Suppose I say I have done the work. एठे मु निजे आइडेंटिफाई हे गेली I have done the work is done by me एठे मध्य has been done by me sorry the work has been done by me so both sentences I have been identified so what is the purpose of these things आमे जो purpose हमर जो उद्देश्य अछि तो सेटा तो हेलानी so this is for a written communication again from the exam point of view आपन को एग्जाम आसीवार अछि यार पासिबेले से एक्टिव हेबो कोन हबो सेटा कामे पढु नांती this is a completely outdated process हमर एठे कहिबार अछि कोन मन रखिथांतु पूरा ओडिया रे मु कहि दोछि I am not going to repeat it once more let me tell you it's very categorical try to understand the point आपण जेतले जो लोकटी करिछि ताको आइडेंटिफाई करिया पे चाहउछंती एक्टिव यूज करंतु आपण से लोक को जानि नाहंती किंबा जानि थिले मध्य ता ना प्रकाश करिया को चाहउ नाहंती पैसिव यूज करंतु that's all मु आपण को लॉट ऑफ एग्जांपल्स आई हैव गिवन यू the work is done sir suppose mu promote sir को डाकली promote sir please come and take this one you have to do it yes sir the work is done तो किए करला एटा मु सर किए भी करछि आपण काम हो जाई ना आपण एमति कहंती ना पचारंतुनी किए करछि आपण काम हो गेला तो बस यस मो काम हो गेला बस आपण खुश मो खुश so what do you mean by that I mean to say that you don't want to एडी हमें कहउचे the school is closed it is Sunday today the school is closed ताल केमति आपण school is closed काई कहउछंती because it's passive you don't want to identify the person so this is all about simple present remember whether it is simple present or past progressive past perfect progressive simple past or you can say past progressive simple I mean present progressive present perfect past perfect jaha bhi hochu whatever the structure by me by than by him लगेबे नाही this very clear जदि लगेबे तले एक्टिव और पैसिव ते किछि डिफरेंस रहइबनी इन स्पोकन इंग्लिश जदि आपण कहबे आई हैव डन द वर्क इज डन बाय मी से गोटा कथा आपण एम्ति कहले सो दिस इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड हमरो काम होछ लोकटा को हाइड करे एठे त आपण जणै साइलेनी बाय मी मो द्वारा तो एठे आपण जणै साइलेनी आपण एठे हाइड कोन करियो पूरा डबल जणै साइलेनी काम ऊपर फोकस करलेनी से लोक ऊपर मते फोकस करलेनी सो एटा होची माने दुई प्रकार जणा हे जाउची सो रिमेंबर whenever you are trying to speak English and spoken English either use passive or use active if you are using passive don't use by it is not permissible by me by him by them by Sam by Jadur by Gita by Sita no by that's all it is done the work is done it is Sunday to the I mean you can say that the game has been finished the game is over how can you say all are passive माने ताकू क्लोज कर दिया गला किए करती I don't know maybe the referee the management those who have done it the school has been closed it is rainy day the school has been closed किए रेन कला maybe principal करि परथांती किंबा DI को फोन करि परथांती CI को फोन कर परथांती lot of people are there you don't know who has done it but you are more concerned about the action part आपण action ऊपर फोकस करछंती and you are focusing more on the person you are not focusing on the person who has done it or you don't know the name of the person आपण समस्या भी जानि ना से लोक की तो सेटा केमति यूज करिवे आपण कहे by somebody यूज करिवे ताले प्रथमे somebody यूज it is done by somebody has done it both are same then why working out all such things and by me बुझंतु लॉजिकली आमे पैसिव टा यूज करछे जोठे लोकटा को जानि नाहंती किंबा जानि थिले मध्य ता ना प्रकाश करिया पे चाहूना आपण कहबे सर मु somebody लगे करि परिबी काहे कि आपण somebody कहबे आपण किछि लगेबेनी से don't use anything the work is done the school is closed the I mean this has been done the road has been closed the I mean the patient has been operated आपण जेतले जाउछंती आपण देखियो मेडिकल अच्छा सर पेशेंट ऑपरेशन हे गेला हां हां ऑपरेशन हे जायछि तो पेशेंट has been operated by whom 5-10 टा 20 टा डॉक्टर अछंती आपण ना कहले तांको घर को दौड़िबे आपण no it has been operated so they don't want to reveal द जेतले आपण जिबे माने पुलिस जन ऑफिसर कहउछंती द केस इज बीइंग इन्वेस्टिगेटेड, द केस इज बीइंग इन्वेस्टिगेटेड आपण सुनिथिबे सेटा त माने इट इज पैसिव किए करूची आयो को ना कहउना who is the person is investigating the officer, they are not going to reveal. Okay, if the case is being investigated, progressive, present progressive and passive. So in every situation आपण जेतले डे टू डे लाइफ रे आपण जहां भी कहउछंती whatever the things you are going to tell, always remember that use without by लगांतु एटा आपण प्रेजेंट सिंपल रे आपनकर रिटन कम्युनिकेशन में बाय अछि मु मानुछि एबे आई एक्नॉलेज आपण कहबे सर बाय तो बहुत जगह देखि दैट रिटन कम्युनिकेशन नॉट स्पोकन इंग्लिश आपण ओडे स्पोकन इंग्लिश मते कोंतु गिव मी एनी सबटाइटल्स एनीथिंग दैट गाय इज टेलिंग बाय मी नो स्पोकन इंग्लिश रे बाय मी बाय यू बाय हिम बाय देम बाय हर बाय इट एटा यूज करिवे नाही बट यू कैन यूज वेरी मच इन written communication. So written communication में आलोचना कोना we are not going to discuss about written communication here. We are more focused on spoken English. Now this part is clear to everybody. Now it's clear to everybody. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,